Hello, my name's Peter Giorgio. I'm the Director of Education for the Diocese of Nottingham. I work on behalf of Bishop Patrick to support all of our schools in the diocese. It's a real privilege for me to spend some time with you, the school communities in the St Ralph Sherwin Catholic Multi-Academy Trust today. I'm going to share a piece of scripture with you. It's the Gospel reading for the Solemnity of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. The Church celebrates this feast day this coming Friday. The Feast of the Sacred Heart is one of my absolute favourites. It's always meant a great deal to me. Before I read the piece of scripture to you, I thought we could just think a little bit about the day itself. I wonder, what's the first thing you think about when you hear the word heart? You might think about the fact that the heart is one of the most important organs in our body. It pumps blood and oxygen around to all the other parts of our body. Some of you might also have thought about love. We certainly use the love heart symbol a great deal. We can show our love for people in different sorts of ways. When we love someone, we enjoy spending time with that person. We want to spend as much time as possible in their company. We miss them if we don't see them. When I think about the Feast of the Sacred Heart, I think about love too. But in this case, it's about the amazing love that God our Father has for each of us, so much that he sent his son Jesus to be an example to all of us. The reading comes from the Gospel of St Matthew. Jesus exclaimed, "I bless you, Father, Lord of heaven and of earth, for hiding these things from the learned and the clever, and revealing them to mere children. Yes, Father, for that is what it pleased you to do. Everything has been entrusted to me by my Father. And no one knows the Son except the Father, just as no one knows the Father except the Son, and those to whom the Son chooses to reveal him. Come to me, all you who labour and are overburdened, and I will give you rest. Shoulder my yoke and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. Yes, my yoke is easy and my burden light." The Gospel of the Lord. There's so much to think about in that very short piece of scripture. I wonder if there were any particular words or phrases that may have struck you. For me, my absolute favourite line is the line when Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who labour and are overburdened, and I will give you rest." I find this really, really powerful, really moving. I'm sure that at some stage we will all have worries, things that bother us, or as it said in the scripture, things that are burdens for us. I'm sure the past couple of months must have been a very strange time for all of us. In the piece of scripture, Jesus is telling just how much he loves each and every one of us. That's what the Feast of the Sacred Heart is really all about. It's about that total, unconditional love that Jesus has for each one of us. He invites us to enter into a really special relationship, a really special friendship with him. And he's offering that invitation to us each and every moment of each and every day. But the invitation that Jesus offers us is always gentle. It's always quiet. It's never loud or overpowering or dominant. I know that sometimes I forget about that invitation. I forget about the fact that Jesus is waiting to listen to me, to listen to all of the things that are worrying me. And I think maybe that I can just manage on my own and that I'm too busy to spend some time in prayer with Jesus. But I know that when I do, I always feel better for it. I find a really special peace. And then I'm better able to do the things that I need to do. Maybe over the next couple of days, and particularly on Friday when we celebrate the Solemnity of the Sacred Heart, maybe you might be able to spend some really special time with Jesus in prayer. Just talking to him as if we would be talking to a really special friend. We could also thank him for always being there, ready and waiting to listen to us. As we're thinking about love on this special day, and particularly the love that Jesus has for each of us, let's also try to put that love into action. Maybe there could be something really special that you could do to show somebody that you really love them. Maybe that could be for somebody who you are really close to, and that you could perhaps think of a way of showing them just how important they are to you. There's another really interesting word in that piece of scripture that we shared today. When I was a child, I never really understood what the word yoke meant. And that's Y-O-K-E, not as in the egg yolk. Jesus used this in that piece of scripture that we've just heard. Maybe if you have time, you could look up and find out what exactly a yoke is, and why did Jesus use that as a particular image in that piece of scripture. I wish you all a very happy feast day on Friday.